What's the worst way to break up with someone? 1. My college roommate spent an entire weekend with his girlfriend from another state knowing he was going to break up with her. When he took her to drop off at the train station on Sunday, he waited until she was leaning in with the car door open to tell him goodbye. Broke the news to her. Didn't even unbuckle and get out. She stood there stunned with bags on the curb and he closed the door and drove off. I thought that was pretty trifling. 2. My fiancé of 7 years. Friends for 15 years. AKA half of our lives left while I was sleeping. Took everything. Never told me why, and it was the most horrifying, mentally damaging experience of my life. You have to really not care about someone to hurt them like that. As much as I hate to admit this, here goes. I spent the next 8 to 9 months desperately trying to convince him to snap out of whatever that was and come home. I ended up being pregnant with our daughter, despite us both deciding a long time ago neither of us wanted children. A much larger part of me wanted to keep the baby, and when I told him I was doing so, he told me he wanted nothing to do with us. At that point I knew it was time to stop chasing him for good, and ended up becoming very close with a mutual friend of ours, which soon evolved into a romantic relationship. The second he saw me happy with our friend for the first time in a year, he completely flipped the script and wrote me this letter outlining his sudden realization that he wanted to spend the rest